July 26, 2017, adult cardiac arrest, 337 Gilville Court. July 26.
This is Navy. Go ahead with your regard anything.
Maybe disregard.
Copy, disregard.
District 22, Rescue 22. We're calling for assistance in locating 2285 Marsh Park Lane, Building 7, Apartment 103.
Rescue 22 is responding.
Calling Rescue 22.
Here, 1204. Up 1174, 1072, possibly in progress. 34.
What I'm doing now is doing some Lester's updates to this chassis. A few little things that I know that it needs.
White female, white male, channel 72 from the store. Further color, white female has a gray jacket on, blue jeans, flip flops, brown hair.
District 22, Rescue 19. We're calling for assistance in locating 1529.
Fire department's been busy this afternoon. And since we won't have an external speaker anymore, I need to insulate these speaker wires. Let's see. Gonna get them both to fit into that. Tied speaker wires up over here out of the way so they won't get into anything. Okay. All right, time to start getting it ready for the AD203. What I have to do is take the heat sink off of here and drill it and then tap it to match the speaker holes. Yeah, I want to be aggravated. Okay, we're going to need to change this. I don't know why they put 5 amp fuses in here. It's kind of dumb. If I leave this 5 amp fuse in there, you won't have it be transmitting on it for just a short period of time before it blows the fuse. But I have 10 ampers. Just be aware that the amp board has fuses, or has a fuse on it. Okay. This is a 10 amp. Let's see, will those screws fall out now? Yeah. Yeah, fire department was really busy this afternoon. We had a big storm come through here. Started with a few electrical fires and auto accidents and things of that nature. So they've really been hustling since the storm came through. Of course, can't listen to the sheriff's office anymore because they're encrypted now. Not just digital, but encrypted. Makes me wonder about all of that. You know, understanding encrypting tactical communications, but I don't understand day-to-day communications being encrypted. Who's watching them? You know? Somebody needs to. Of course, we have a pretty good sheriff's department in this county. I don't think I've ever heard of any problems out of them. And I've been here since 1999. Wow. $19.99, man, 22 years in this same spot. I retired from the Navy. My now ex-wife liked this area, and I did too, so we decided to move back. And we've really enjoyed living here. But communications, being encrypted, that problem is everywhere. It's all over the U.S. except for small departments that can't afford to upgrade their communications equipment. But in some areas, the state is helping them out. So it basically just cuts out the hobbyists like me. I spent many years in communications with the Navy, and I really enjoyed listening to the scanner, especially the Highway Patrol. The Florida Highway Patrol, I could tell you which dispatchers were in which area just by listening to their voice. Just from the sound of the voice, I could tell where they were. I listened to them constantly. On 148's, VHF low band. That tells you how long ago that was, huh? But I enjoyed it. And I still enjoy listening to some of the local sheriff's departments that have not encrypted their communications. And I'm not going to rob a bank or anything. It's a hobby. I enjoy listening to it. I mean, it's entertainment. Oh boy, that's making a mess out of my workbench, ain't it? Well, I can hear the siren over here. You might be able to hear them too. Oh, let's see. I need a sheet or something to put on here. Here's one. Keep from getting this crap all over my workbench. What to do with those screws? I did something really, really dumb. I put them up. Very unusual. Basically, I need these screws to hold this thing and keep it from turning. pretty sure you guys don't watch me drill holes. So I'm going to stop it here and then I'll come back once it's done. Okay. Got the holes drilled. I'm getting ready to tap them now. And this is Vaseline petroleum jelly. This stuff right here. It's good for a whole bunch of things. I like to use it to lubricate my die as I'm going in. It does two things. It makes it easier for the die to move through the metal, and it also captures all the little shavings. See the shavings in that? Now when I'm done, I'll take that napkin there and clean that off. And I'll also clean off the teeth of the die. But it really does assist in tapping out these holes. So it's a tap that I'm using, not a die. Sorry. Die is the thing you cut the threads on the bolt with. This is a tap. Okay. See those shavings and that petroleum jelly there and that grease? Catches them and holds them until I can get them off. That way it doesn't go in your equipment. And then I'll take this guy here and wipe him off like this. And now he's ready to go back in the pouch. And this goes in the garbage. But yeah, regular old Vaseline petroleum jelly. Works great. Use it for a lot of things. I put it in my antenna connectors. Put it on screws and bolts I don't want to rust or corrode. Like I said, it works really well for things like that. It is petroleum jelly, so it's petroleum based. So it's a very good lubricant. Not just for things like that, but for other things, and you guys know what I'm talking about. And what I'm doing here is cutting the edge off of these where I tapped them out. Make sure that they don't gouge into the equipment. It just bevels the edge of it there a little bit. And when I get ready to put it in, then it's nice and smooth going on there. See that bevel on there? Do the other side here. See that? Works extremely well. do that to both sides of it. And make sure that I clean off the little metal shavings so they don't get underneath the transistors here on the heatsink. Alright, my son just walked in, so I'm going to pause it for a second and I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm going to take the speaker off of the top cover. I've got the holes drilled and tapped. I'm going to remove the speaker, and then we can use the speaker holes to mount the amp rather than having to drill new holes in the amp. And they put this stuff on there to keep the screws from coming loose. Pain in the butt to get it off sometimes. I'm not sure what the hell that was. It felt like JB Weld. I mean, they keep the nuts from backing off and the screws from coming out, but when you need to do maintenance, it's a pain in the butt to get it off. And we're going to use these same screws to mount the amplifier because they're the right length. Now, fortunately, the way these holes are made into the cover, it actually holds the heatsink up off the cover a little bit, which I think promotes airflow. I might be wrong about that, but it seems to me like it's a good idea that it's holding it up. And by me centering the holes on the heatsink and mounting the heatsink in the speaker holes, and we're centered up over the holes that are in the cover, which aids in cooling. It's a good speaker. I mean, they put really nice speakers in there. Okay. But now, what we do next, we're going to mount this guy right here. And this next part is real fun. I get to put the Loctite on the screw and then put the screw through the hole without getting Loctite all over the cover.
What color is it? Blue?
Yeah, blue Loctite. That's my son, everybody. That's Steve. He's up here visiting with me. One down, 3 to go. I didn't get too much on the cover. It doesn't take this much. Just sometimes it's really like water thin. It comes out real easy. So it's real easy for me to get it on the, for it to come just gushing out onto the screw. See, and that's what happens when you get too much on there. It pulls up around the base of the screw head. I was about to put some Loctite on the end of my screwdriver. Not on the screw. Okay, see, that's all you need. Just that little dab right there. That'll keep this screw from backing out. Need one more screw. Okay. See if I can wipe some of that off there. I'm kind of afraid to try because I don't want to smear it either. I did pretty good. Okay, another thing I like to do is on the top part here, put just a little dab of Loctite around the threads on the top. Just for a little extra insurance. We don't want this thing dropping down in the middle of the radio. Shorten everything out. And I also like to put a little dab on the top of these mounting screws, mount it to the board to the heat sink. Just another little safety measure. Okay. I'm ready to start getting it set up to go in the radio. Oh, but first, my coffee cup is empty, which means I need to take care of that. Come on, stupid. Talking to my cell phone. I control my GoPro from the cell phone, but the problem with that is that my damn cell phone keeps locking itself, and then I have to start it back up again so that I can control the damn camera. So right now, I know I can hit the button on the camera, but then the camera moves and it goes out of position. So, okay. I don't know what to do. Okay, Chris in Alaska. This is your second 148 GTL with the AD203. The switch for the 203 is in the back. It's labeled amp. I'll show you that here in a second. First, let's do a receiver check. Let's see. Oh, the antenna's disconnected. Better turn it down a little bit. There we go. Well, these 148's have such nice receivers. I'll switch the antenna off again. And I'm still picking up the tone, just like the other one. Okay. Let's see. I've got my monitor radio set up on 37. Hello, audio. Audio 1-2. That's AM. That radio's on sideband. Hello, audio. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Can you hear that? Audio testing. 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Audio test. Yeah, you can hear that. That sounds pretty good. All right, let's turn the amplifier on, switch that to 100, and turn the RF gain on this radio way down. Hello, audio. Audio 1 2 1 2 audio. That was on sideband. Let's go to AM. Audio, hello, hello, audio. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Audio test. Okay. Let's see. That's a 250 watt slug on that side, so that was just a little bit over 100 on the peak side. Okay. It's using my hands as an antenna because I've got it connected to the dummy load through the B and K, but they both turned out really nice. The receivers are excellent. Excellent. Anyway, that's it. Oh yeah, I told you I would show you how I labeled the amp switch. There you go. With that switch up, the amp is on. Down, the amp is off. Okay. Now I did set your radios up so that they wouldn't overdrive the amp. They both work great, and remember, you got to have the microphone plugged in to get any audio, and there's no internal speakers in either radio. The 203 took up that space. That's the 203 heatsink behind the speaker grill there. And I showed you what I did with the 203's. I did them both that way. Marked where the speaker holes were on the heatsink, drilled the heatsink, tapped it, and mounted it in the speaker holes. That way you don't have to drill any extra holes around it like some folks do. I don't like doing that. If I can get the screws to not touch anything on the main board, then that's the way I do it. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful radios. Just Cobra hit a home run when they came out with this radio. That's one of the prettiest designs in a radio I have ever seen. Both this one and the older 148's. I just love the way this front looks. That brushed silver with the chrome bezel and chrome knobs. You just can't beat it. Chris, I sure hope you enjoy your new radios. It was my pleasure to set it up for you. Actually, they are refurbished radios, but of course there's always little problems with them that I had to go in and correct. They may have been refurbished, but whoever refurbished them didn't do a job that's up to my standards, I'll put it that way. So I took care of that. All the little quirky things that I found with the radio got straightened out. Both radios, actually. All right. Chris, I sure hope you enjoy your new radios. It was my pleasure to set them up for you. 7-3, everybody.